Hello guys, how are you all? Welcome to my channel The Studious Kids. Today I have brought a new accounting topic for you, absorption accounts. Before starting the video, if you are a new viewer on the channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Now, in this video we will learn what is absorption of a company, journal entries in the books of vendor company, and ledger accounts in the books of vendor company. So let's start our topic. First of all, we will see what is absorption of a company. Absorption is a form of merger where there is a combination of two or more companies into an existing company. Absorption is amalgamation of businesses of two companies in which only one company loses its identity. One of the two companies take over the business of the other company. The company which take over the business of the other company is called purchasing company or absorbing company, and the other company whose business is taken over is called vendor company or absorbed company. Now, the accounting process in amalgamation and absorption are almost same, but in absorption we have to close the books of vendor company and the books of purchasing company are to be continued. So guys, what absorption mean is कि here there will be two companies, suppose you can say A or B, and B will purchase the running business of company A. Then it will also name the company B to company A. Why so? Because it purchased all the liabilities and assets of company A, and all the handling and the power will go on to company A to company B. एब्जॉर्प्शन और अमेलगमेशन की दोनों की प्रोसेसेस ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, लेकिन एब्जॉर्प्शन में हमें जो वेंडर कंपनी के अकाउंट्स रनिंग है वो हमें क्लोज करने पड़ेंगे और उसे जो भी एसेट्स या लायबिलिटीज़ उसे टेकन ओवर की है परचेजिंग कंपनी ने उसके अकाउंट्स में हमें ऐड करके उसके अकाउंट्स कंटिन्यू रखने पड़ेंगे. सो द मेन डिफरेंस इन दिस टू amalgamation and absorption is this. Now, the company which purchases the another company, it is simply called purchasing company or absorbing company, and the company whose business is taken over is called vendor company or absorbed company. So now let's see the accounting process. Before that, we will see a small example that how amalgamation and absorption are differs. Absorption is a form of merger where there is a combination of two or more companies into an existing company. As you read in the last slide, it is a merger of two or more companies into an existing company in which one company will survive and other company will lose its identity. So in amalgamation, we will taking an example. What happens if there are two companies, Murli Limited and Manohar Limited? They are merging and they will form the third company, that is a new company, namely called Murli Manohar Limited. But in absorption, what happens? There are same two companies, Murli Limited and Manohar Limited, and as here Murli Limited is purchasing company or absorbing company, the identity of Manohar Limited will lose, and the identity of Murli Limited will lose, and identity of Manohar Limited will survive. So what happens? They will form the third company, or it is a new company, Manohar Limited. बिकॉज मनोहर लिमिटेड ने मुरली लिमिटेड का रनिंग बिजनेस परचेज़ किया है, तो वो अब मुरली लिमिटेड का जो बिज़नेस है वो भी उसी के नाम से चलाएगा. सो इट इज़ अ सिंपल एग्जाम्पल आई हैव टेकन यू फॉर एग्जाम्पल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाट इज़ द बेसिक डिफरेंस इन अमेलगमेशन एंड एब्जॉर्प्शन. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द अकाउंट्स. yes, here we can say that larger company purchases the businesses of smaller company. In simple term you can also say this कि बड़ी कंपनी छोटी कंपनी का बिजनेस परचेज कर रही है. नाउ accounts to be made in the books of purchasing company. How the accounts to be made are described here. Purchasing company will pass journal entries and prepare new balance sheet. परचेजिंग कंपनी जनरल एंट्रीज पास करेगी और उसका एक अलग ही बैलेंस शीट बनाएगी. फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ पीसी purchase consideration there are two methods you all knowing, net assets method and consideration method. If purchase consideration is more than the net assets, the difference will be goodwill, and if the net assets is more than the purchase consideration, then difference will be capital reserve. So these 2 points are very important. It will be asked in MCQ 2. If purchase consideration is more than the net assets, the difference will be goodwill, and if the net assets is more than the purchase consideration, then the difference will be capital reserve. And if here capital reserve comes, or capital reserve is arrived in net PC, that is to be written off from goodwill. If capital reserve comes, it should be written off from goodwill. Now the second is accounts to be made in the books of vendor company. In the practical sum in your examination, most of you are asked to prepare to pass general entries of vendor company and make necessary ledger accounts. General entries and ledger accounts of purchasing company are very rare to ask, but we will take it in our next video. So for books of vendor company, the accounts are to be closed. Vendor company will pass necessary general entries, close all the ledger accounts. जो वेंडर कंपनी है वो पूरी जनरल एंट्रीज भी पास करेगी और अपने जो लेजर अकाउंट्स अधूरे हैं वो भी पूरी तरह से क्लोज करेगी. ऑल द एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी ऑफ एब्जॉर्ब्ड कंपनी आर टू बी एडेड टू परचेजिंग कंपनी. वेंडर कंपनी के जितने भी एसेट्स और लायबिलिटी जो टेकन ओवर हुए हैं वो हमें परचेजिंग कंपनी के अकाउंट्स और लेजर अकाउंट्स में हमें ऐड कर देने हैं. So this is the simple process in which how we have to make the books of purchasing company and the books of vendor company. Now now we will see journal entries. Journal entries of vendor company. Here there are 13 journal entries in which you have to make sure that in examination you will write all the journal entries in step by step. जनरल एंट्रीज ऑफ वेंडर कंपनी में टोटल हमें 30 जनरल एंट्रीज पास करने हैं और कुछ 7 लेजर अकाउंट्स है. हमें ये ध्यान रखना है कि इसका जो सीक्वेंस है वो हम मिस ना करें. अगर सीक्वेंस मिस हुआ तो इट विल हार्म अस एज आवर मार्क्स विल बी डिडक्टेड. So let us start. I will take one explanation and then after one transaction and then after its journal entry. So first is balance of equity share capital and reserves and surplus are to transfer to equity shareholders account. ये फर्स्ट ट्रांजेक्शन है, उसकी जनरल एंट्री क्या होगी? फर्स्ट इक्विटी शेयर अकाउंट डेबिटेड, रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस अकाउंट डेबिटेड to equity shareholders account, and the necessary amount will be debited and credited in the last 2 columns. So you are all knowing these journal entries. I will not get deep in explaining why equity share capital account debited or why reserves and surplus account debited, because you will already know this. You are studying this from 11th 12th and both the FITY of colleges. So let's move to the next journal entry. Balance sheet of fictitious assets, that is preliminary expenses, advertisement campaign account, advertisement suspense account, and these are the fictitious assets. If you don't know what are the fictitious assets, for this the journal entry will be equity shareholders account debited to fictitious assets account. The necessary amount you have to put in both the columns. You have to make this journal entry when the fictitious assets are given in the old balance sheet only. If there are no fictitious assets, you don't have to give this journal entry, or you have to pass the journal entry. Now the third journal entry, balance of preference share capital transfer to preference shareholders account. Here also too, अगर preference share capital दिया है तो ही हमें ये journal entry पास करनी है. Now what the journal entry is, preference share capital account debited to preference shareholders account, and the necessary amounts are to be shown in the debit and credit column. Fourth entry, all the assets taken over are transferred to realization account at their book value. Here the main point in this journal entry is all the assets are taken over, but what at the book value, which are given in the balance sheet. So for that, the journal entry will be realization account debited to sundry assets account. Here I have written to sundry assets, but when you do practical sum, you have to mention all the assets which are already been showed in balance sheet. Suppose land and building, machinery, furniture, current assets, or any assets, each and every assets mentioned in the balance sheet. And here in number 4 and in number 5, if any assets which are not taken over by the purchasing company, but you have to show in this journal entry, अगर वो उसने टेकन ओवर नहीं भी किए तो भी जितने भी एसेट्स है वो हमें यहाँ पे शो करने हैं एक्सेप्ट कैश. सो रिमेंबर दिस, एक्सेप्ट कैश, हमें जितने भी एसेट्स हैं बैलेंस शीट में वो सभी यहाँ पे हमें शो करने पड़ेंगे. नाउ फिफ्थ एंट्री, all the liabilities taken over transfer to realization account at their book value. For that, the journal entry will be sundry liabilities account debited to realization account. Now here also you don't have to write the sundry liabilities, you have to write 10% debentures, you have to write creditors, bills payable, or this kind of liability with breakup of with the name, that's creditors, bills payable, and you don't have to write the sundry liabilities. Sixth entry, purchase consideration is due or receivable. Now the purchase, when the purchase consideration of due or don't received, you have to pass this entry. Number 6, purchasing company account debited to realization account. This is a simple entry, you can just remember by it. Purchasing company account debited to realization account, and debit and credit you have to show the necessary amount. Now 7th journal entry, when purchase consideration is paid, the last entry of purchase consideration is due, and then after we have to make entry of purchase consideration received or paid. 7th, now purchase consideration is generally paid in equity shares, preference shares, and cash and bank. So the entry will be equity shares of purchasing company account debited. In debit column you have to show the amount. Preference share capital of company of purchasing company account debited, you have to show debit amount in debit column. Now if preference share capital is given कि भाई प्रेफरेंस शेयर से पेमेंट किया है तो ही हमें ये जर्नल एंट्री में प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स लिखना है, वरना नहीं लिखना. एंड सेकंड थिंग, इफ in equity shares of purchasing company securities premium are given, you don't have to make a different securities premium account debited, you don't have to show differently, you have to add the premium amount in the equity shares of purchasing company. सपोज 7 लाख के शेयर्स है और 1 लाख सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम है, तो यू डोंट हैव टू शो 7 लाख एंड 1 लाख, you have to totally will show 8 lakh. The third is bank account, bank or cash account debited either from bank or either from cash. So I have written bank / cash. Bank or cash account debited. In debit column you have to write amount to realization account, the total of both the 3 or 2 journal entries above passed. Then assets which are not taken over the purchasing company is disposed of, or you can say sold off. जो भी assets purchasing company ने टेकन नहीं किए हैं लेकिन हमने उसकी जनरल एंट्री की है, वो हम सेल कर देंगे. तो फॉर दैट द जनरल एंट्री विल बी वेरी इजी. यू आर ऑल नोइंग दैट कैश और बैंक कम्स इन. So cash or bank account debited to realization account. Why so realization account? Because we have already transferred all the assets to the realization account in the entry number, maybe in entry number 4. So here you have to write realization account. You don't have to write investments or land and building or furniture or machinery. You have to write realization account. Now the 9th entry. Sorry, here I have made spelling mistake. Any liability which are not taken over by purchasing company is paid off by vendor. Same as the assets, if any liability is not taken over, you have to paid it. For that, the journal entry will be, as we have already transferred all the liabilities in realization account debited to cash and bank. As cash goes out, realization account debited to cash and bank. Then after the 10th entry, liquidation or dissolution expenses are paid. For that, the entry will be the realization account debited to cash and bank account. The amount you have to write in debit and credit column. Here in your sum, sometimes you will not given the name by whom the dissolution expense, liquidation expense, or any kind of this expense both these expenses are paid. आपको नाम नहीं दिया होगा कि भाई वेंडर कंपनी ने पेड किया या परचेसिंग कंपनी ने पेड किया. अगर सब में लिखा हो कि द डिसोल्यूशन एक्सपेंसेस or the liquidation expenses is paid by or borne by the purchasing company, then you don't have to pass any journal entry in the book of vendor company for dissolution expenses or liquidation expenses. अगर वेंडर परचेसिंग कंपनी ने पे किया है तो वेंडर कंपनी के बुक्स ऑफ लेजर में बुक्स ऑफ जर्नल एंट्रीज में कोई भी एंट्री डिसोल्यूशन एक्सपेंस की नहीं आएगी. और अगर सम में कुछ मेंशन नहीं किया और सिर्फ यही लिखा है कि भाई liquidation expenses or dissolution expenses are paid, then you have to assume that liquidation expenses or dissolution expenses are paid by vendor company and you have to make the journal entry. So the journal entry will be very simple: realization account debited to cash and bank account. So remember this point. I am repeating that अगर सम में कोई भी नाम नहीं दिया है और सिर्फ एडजस्टमेंट में यही दिया है कि लिक्विडेशन और डिसोल्यूशन एक्सपेंसेस आर पेड 5000, so that you have to assume that these 5000 is paid by vendor company, because every time dissolution expense is paid by vendor company. But in sum, if particularly mentioned that the purchasing company bond the dissolution expense of rupees 5000, then only you have to write the general entry of liquidation or dissolution expenses in the books of purchasing company. Then you don't have to write in the books of vendor company. Okay, so let's move to the 11th general entry. Payment made to preference shareholders. For that, the entry will be preference shareholders account debited to preference share of purchasing company account. Now this entry you have to made only if the preference share are given. So it is very simple. Preference shareholders account debited to preference shares of purchasing company account. Then the 12th entry, profit or loss in the realization account will be transferred to equity shareholders account. Now at this point you have to close the realization account which we have to made in the ledger accounts. रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट को हमें क्लोज करना और उसका जो भी प्रॉफिट और लॉस आएगा उसकी एंट्री हमें यहाँ माननी होगी. सो व्हाट विल बी द एंट्री फॉर अकाउंट वी विल सी इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो व्हेन वी विल सॉल्व अ प्रैक्टिकल सम. सो टुडे जस्ट सी द जनरल एंट्रीज. इफ द रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट shows profit, then the entry will be realization account debited to equity shareholders account. In debit you have to show profit, रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिटेड, एंड क्रेडिट में आपको इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स में बताना पड़ेगा. एंड इफ देयर इज लॉस इन रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट, देन द एंट्री विल बी रिवर्स्ड, इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट. सो इन दोनों जनरल एंट्रीज में आपको एक जनरल एंट्री करनी है. इफ प्रॉफिट यू हैव टू मेक द फर्स्ट वन, इफ लॉस यू हैव टू मेक द सेकंड वन. वी विल सी दिस इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो व्हेन वी विल सॉल्व अ प्रैक्टिकल सम. Now move to 13th general entry. Sorry, पेमेंट मेड टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. अब हमारे पास जो भी बचा कुचा है, पैसे है, शेयर है, कुछ भी है, बैंक बैलेंस है, कैश बैलेंस है, वो हमें पूरी पेमेंट इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को कर देनी है. फॉर दैट द जनरल एंट्री विल बी इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू इक्विटी शेयर्स ऑफ परचेजिंग कंपनी अकाउंट to cash and bank account. So here debit the receivers, equity shareholders are receiver, so we will debit their account, and we have to make payment by what? Through equity shares of purchasing company and through cash. So this is the payment made to equity shareholders. So next entry will be so here guys, next no next entry you have to pass. You have to just pass 12 these 12 entries, and then after you are asked to make the ledger accounts in the book of vendor. Today we have seen all the part of the vendor, including journal entries and ledger accounts. What 7 ledger accounts you have to pass? See this. These 7 ledger accounts you have to pass. First, realization account. You have to make these 7 ledger accounts. First, realization account. Second, equity shareholders account. Third, preference shareholders account if given only. Fourth, cash and bank account. Fifth, purchasing companies account. Sixth, equity shares of purchasing company account. And 7, preference shares of purchasing company account. So guys, आज हम यहीं पे stop करेंगे. So today we have shown the journal entries and the ledger accounts which we have to made in the books of vendor. In the next video we will try to solve a sum. Here हमारा जो purchasing company का part है वो हमने पूरा बाकी रखा है, but I am thinking that in the next video with the sum I will explain you what the journal entries and ledger accounts are to be made in the purchasing company's book. So we will save our time too, because अगर मैं next video में purchasing company का पूरा part लूँगा तो it will waste our first video time. एक वीडियो का हमारा टाइम भी ब्लॉक होगा. सो इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी विल डू अ प्रैक्टिकल सम. वी विल small practical sum, so that in which if you have any doubt regarding vendor company's journal entry and ledger accounts of vendor company, your doubt will be cleared. So that's all for the today guys. Thank you for listening me, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel. We will meet in next video with a fresh sum of absorption accounting, and I hope that you understand the journal entries and ledger accounts very well. Thank you very much. Thank you.